Oh. Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Break the Cycle with me, your host, Joshua Smith. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Thursday.
Tuesday.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I did it again, didn't I?
Oh, shit.
I did it again,
He has
didn't I?
struggled with this.
Tuesday.
We've done the show.
Yeah.
We started only doing Thursday consistently, and that's when he started to get it right. And now we're switching it up, and he's no longer getting it right.
Yeah. Well,
all excited about doing
Tuesday
Tuesdays.
shows.
Let's go.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Break the Cycle with me, your host, Joshua Smith. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday night. I got it right that time. I'm sorry. It's been a while. It's been a while since we were doing Tuesday streams. I'm very excited to be doing Tuesday streams. Also, for the first time ever, we are currently live on, hopefully currently live on YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter, on my personal account Twitter there, with a following of, 30,000 people. So hopefully everybody's seeing this. People are popping in. Maybe we'll get more people in the chat tonight hanging out. We got a great show for you guys. I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited. Before we get too far into it, guys, go check out toplobster.com, the man, the myth, the legend, my good friend and partner on Break the Cycle, where you can get this great In the War Scott Horton conspiracy hoodie that you see me wearing tonight by using BTC at checkout for a 10% discount. Or you can join the Patreon Subscribe Star, become a member of the YouTube channel under all of our videos by hitting the join link, where you can get into a personal private Discord server and get up to 30% off of all of Top's new gear up to 2 weeks before it goes to the general public. Great stuff. Top's the man. If you don't follow Top on Twitter, go check out Top Lobster on Twitter too. He's got some hot takes, man. A lot of fun over there.
Lots of Nephilims.
Let's check in with my wonderful co-host, Mr. Ryan Kurtzer. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I've confirmed 4 of the platforms
We're live.
that we are live on, and we're not dropping frames. It's all going well. I'm excited to have Aydin back. One of my personal favorite guests.
Yeah, I'm stoked. She's fun. She knows her shit, which is really cool. It's always great to have a guest that knows her shit, so I'm excited about it. Let's check in with my other wonderful co-host, Mr. AJ. Sir, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm unvaxxed, Chinese balloon free, and I'm pumped. I'm literally pumped. I came from the gym. So I've got the blood.
That's why you're still.
Yeah, the pre-workout is still flowing, so I'm going to be very alert, and it's going to be great.
Right.
We're going to have a great show.
I forgot to turn on your backlight. They're on now, buddy. They're on now. Now I'm seeing chats from the Twitter, which is, or from the Twitch, which is pretty awesome. The YouTube as well. So
excellent.
What's up, guys? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Guys, we do have an awesome guest for you tonight. She's been on the show before. She's very based.
No,
very
not me.
Based. She is very based.
Not me. I was
No, you are
extremely based.
Don't deny it.
Don't you deny your basedness. Aydin Paladin from the Aydin Paladin YouTube channel, gamer, social, what do you call yourself? The social social sciences ethought?
Social science thought, yeah, sure, I suppose that's fine.
I'm just kidding.
That's,
no,
it's true. I mean,
look, like that, right?
My field is the most embarrassing thing that exists on planet Earth. So mock it. I want people to mock it. I also want people to understand it, though. So that's, I think, the point of the channel is mock my field for being as absolutely horrendous as it is, but also understand it.
Are you saying that the social sciences are in fact fake and gay?
Yes, they are fake and gay. I wish they weren't. My issues that I have with them are because with it as a broad field is because parts of it are not fake and gay and are legitimate, but then a significant portion are fake and gay. So
right.
Unfortunately, I am left with a dichotomy of fake and gay and not fake and gay, and I'm stuck in the middle with
Yes.
you. You
There we
know,
go.
trying to
Yep.
figure out how to moderate that.
I'm sure.
Well said.
Those classes, there were a lot of clowns to the left of you, jokers to the right, and you were just
Sure
kind of
were,
stuck in the
right?
middle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we got a lot to talk about today. Of course, as you know, we have now voted as a government, with all of our consent, to send over $100 billion, well, $98 billion, 60 of which to Israel and Gaza. I think
Fantastic.
14 billion to Ukraine and some other amount to Taiwan. Now, this is extremely concerning. The Israeli money is not concerning. I mean, it's concerning to me, but also it's not surprising to me. We're basically occupied by a foreign nation at this point when it comes to Israel. I don't care what anybody says. If we aren't occupied by a foreign nation, would anything be different than it is today if we were, right? So that one's not surprising. The Ukraine one is not surprising. This government wants a war with Russia.
Ukraine is a proxy state of Israel. We should be clear.
We should be clear. Yeah, exactly. We should be clear on that.
No, I
Wow,
don't,
yeah.
Who would deny that at this point?
I don't think anybody would.
Yeah, good point.
Sorry.
I mean, I would say proxy state of the United States, but
Proxy state of the United States was the proxy state of Israel. Yeah.
Their donation jars sit right next to each other at the gas station.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly,
So
exactly.
let's be pretty clear about that. If you want to say that it's a proxy state of the United States, yes, but it's a proxy state of the United States in the same way that Israel is a proxy state of the United States.
yeah.
Basically, we're all
in my
proxy
opinion,
states.
Yeah.
in my
We're all
opinion,
proxy
I'm
states.
being
Are we dropping
spicy right
frames
out
now?
the gate. So
No, we're all spicy here.
Okay.
I
Ryan,
would very
Ryan's the
much
most
agree with
blue-pilled on
that.
the show, so that's okay. Go ahead, Ryan.
I would very much agree that Ukraine and Israel have very similar statuses in regards
Currently.
to the United States currently, where we're their sugar daddy.
why is that the case? Do you know why?
You know,
For
I
Ukraine,
don't-
let's not deal with Israel. I don't want to talk about that.
I understand the
genuinely
whole conflict with Ukraine and expanding NATO
no
and us hating Russia and all
no
of-
it goes
and-
further than that. Do you know what the Biden administration before the current Biden administration's involvement with Ukraine in the 1990s? Do you know about that?
It goes beyond
Going
that,
back to
comrade.
the I haven't
know it
heard
sure does.
anything.
Yeah.
Right back to the 1990s. The furthest back I
what-
really
what
go
you're
is
gonna
the
find out-
2014 color revolution that we started in
To,
Ukraine.
to be fair, Ryan
Yes,
Ryan
we
wasn't
started
even
the color
born in the
revolution.
1990s.
It goes even worse and even deeper than that. The Biden administration, even deeper than the color revolution. The Biden administration, in terms of Biden specifically as the VP, has been involved in the color revolution and in every single power movement in Ukraine over the last 30 years. It's been kind of fucking insane. And he's now the president of the US. Isn't that curious? And all of a sudden, a conflict breaks out between Russia and Ukraine. Really makes me think. Really makes my gets my neurons jogging, you know?
Which doesn't make a lot of sense because Ukraine's just Nazis, right? Isn't that what's going on over there?
Oh, they're all well, no.
According to
that's what-
Putin, that's what they're doing. They're just all
according
they're
to
doing is
Putin. However,
denazifying
have
Ukraine.
but have you seen it too, though? Like that's also not a lie.
No, I
The
don't think
Azov
it's a lie
Battalion is
either.
a real fucking thing.
Yes.
I made a video. I have a 2 hour long video on it where you can see, like, in part, like where there is like this Nazi stronghold in Ukraine. Ukraine is not held by the Ukrainian people. It has been held by outside forces for a very long time, for
Right.
about 100 years.
Well, the Ukrainian
that's
people
the
aren't
issue.
really. That's the thing too. Is like they're ethnically Russian, right? I mean,
Yeah.
No,
go
that's
back
not.
in
That's not
history,
true.
right?
That's not
Well,
true.
part of it is.
Some of them are, but some of them are ethnically Russian, but some of them are ethnically Ukrainian. So let's please be clear about that. That being said, like it's still at the same time that there's there's been a
Yeah.
clear there's been a
Sigh.
clear and obvious force that's been put through to try and force the Ukrainian country towards Western and specifically American forces for about the last 10 years. And that is undeniable. Sorry, the evidence is there. The evidence is there, okay? You know, it's there. So I'm referencing a meme, but whatever.
Aiden, can we talk about Occam's razor here, just
Sure,
militarily?
go.
Ukraine-
militarily. Good word.
Ukraine is a stepping stone. Okay, you have to step on Ukraine to get anywhere, to do anything over there. So that geographically,
stepping stone into what? Stepping stone into what?
Geographically, they've been stepping on Ukraine to go to war forever. Since it's existed.
Yes, but a stepping stone onto what? Because if
Well,
you're saying
to
it's a
get
stepping
somewhere,
stone,
if-
it must
if
be a stepping
Russia-
stone onto what? Russia?
Poland?
Yeah, if Russia has to reach out, or if anybody has to
Poland?
reach into Russia, you have to go through Ukraine.
Whoever the aggressor is, if
Yeah.
it's NATO or Russia.
Why would they need? Why would the United States need a stepping stone in Ukraine?
No, not United States. I mean any forces that are in Eastern Europe and Russia to fight back and forth.
Okay,
Ukraine
let's
is
talk about
literally
the
the
same
guy in the
thing.
middle.
Okay, so let's say we're all part of the same agreement, right? Why would we need a stepping stone into Ukraine when we have Japan? Right? Japan is
I
right
just meant
outside
I meant
Russia.
a ground war in Europe. I meant when you roll tanks
Okay.
anywhere, you have to go through Ukraine.
You're
That's
talking
what they've
about a
experienced.
1900s level kind of understanding of invasion. I'm not trying to be rude, my dude.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
no, I understand. I'm saying in the
I think
past.
that's not the current level of, that's not where our current level of warfare is, unfortunately, or fortunately, I suppose, depending on your perspective. I don't think that's where we're at. I don't think we're at
No,
that
I'm not saying
anymore.
that's why we're there now. I'm saying in history, historically, Ukraine has been the guy that's just gotten stepped on. They push him down in the mud and they step on him to get somewhere else. They're not necessarily trying to take Ukraine. They're moving across Ukraine
Well,
as yeah.
that's always been evident is
Yeah.
that Ukraine is a proxy war. That's been clear. That part's not. I don't think anyone is contesting that.
No, there's
Is
no.
anyone
contest-
contesting that
no,
Ukraine's
there's no
a proxy war?
contest that it's
no,
a
absolutely not. No.
Okay,
But-
cool.
The moment we pull out, Ukraine's done. Like,
Yeah,
does
yeah,
anybody
Ukraine's
think they're going to
toasted.
beat Russia? Does anybody in this
No,
room
no,
think that Ukraine's going to
toasted.
defeat Russia?
No, but no. The left in America does. And here's the thing.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, well,
this is what's
because they're
crazy to me.
insane.
They are
Fucking
insane.
idiots.
They are fucking out of their minds. But here's the thing: they keep saying, "Oh, Russia's going to lose. Russia's losing," and then meanwhile, Ukraine is conscripting females into their military.
Yes.
No
Children.
children. No healthy military that's winning a war is conscripting women and children into the military.
Correct.
Sorry, dude, it's not how it works. And you can throw Israel at me all day. Israel's always had mandatory service, 2-year service. It's kind of their thing. They do that in times of peace too. Okay, Ukraine has not ever done that, and now they are doing that. And there's a reason why they're doing that. There's a reason why they'll accept help from foreign. I mean, nationals that are just regular civilians, come over, help us out. There's a reason for that because they're losing. This $60 billion might change it for a drop in the bucket minimum, a couple of weeks.
We're not talking about like the recent $60 billion. How much are we talking about in the entire bucket of this?
So
We're
Ukraine,
not
well,
talking
yeah.
about, I think something on the vicinity of $500 billion that's gone to Ukraine. If I'm counting correctly, it's approaching that.
It's a lot.
Correct.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, it is a lot. But here's the thing. This is what actually concerns me. So like, I'm not surprised. And my original point was I'm not surprised about the money for Israel. That doesn't surprise me at all. The 60 billion does not surprise me. The 14 billion in Ukraine does not surprise me at all. This is a proxy war between Russia and America and several other countries as well, Israel being one of them. But what does surprise me is the money to Taiwan. And let me explain this to you. And I've said it on the show a bunch of times. Taiwan is a tripwire for war with China, okay? In 1975 or whatever, Nixon came out and basically big brothered Taiwan. Said, look, Taiwan, if you mess with China, we may not protect you. And then he went to Taiwan or to China and said, look, if you mess with Taiwan, we might go to war with you. But that was it. Or we might protect them. He never said we'd go to war. So since 1975, this has worked. This kind of, vague understanding, this vague threat understanding. No president in that time has ever said China will go to war with you. Not one. Not a single president. Not Obama. Not Reagan, not Bush, neither Bush, none of them. Okay, but Joe Biden has. Joe Biden has said directly in the news media a minimum of 10 times we will go to war with China over Taiwan. Now Taiwan makes microchips. Okay, this is their big export for us. Okay, and
this is the big issue: is the microchips. Yeah.
Well, it's a tripwire. It's not even that big of an issue. The thing about it is these things can be made at AMD in Austin tomorrow. And we mine cobalt and silica and all the things that are needed to make. We mine here in the United States as well.
Yes,
just much more
the
expensive.
leftists complain about it, and they say that mining these things are an issue, and it's again, it's sorry. Let finish your point, please,
Okay.
because
So here's the thing. So yeah, of course the leftists complain about it when it's in the United States, when it's being done above board with, labor practices that are Western and all this, but they don't complain about it when these, children are breaking their fingers doing this stuff in these other countries. And so here's the thing, like all that stuff could be made in Taiwan, and it's so hypocritical. I say this all the time. It's so hypocritical that we're basically telling Ukraine, we will back you up while you take your rogue territories back. China, if you take your rogue territory back, we'll go to war with you. Like that's the craziest, biggest hypocrisy I've ever heard in my life. And it always comes back to this, we have microchip labs there. Do you know that we make over 29% of the entire world's microchips today in the United States already? We already make 29% of the entire world's microchips here in the United States. It could easily be rolled over. We could take the whole market. Okay. There's no reason whatsoever for us to be getting involved in this thing with Taiwan. Taiwan is technically part of China, okay? It is technically part of China. In fact, the old government of China governs Taiwan, okay? This is the truth. This is really how it is. And, I'm like, look, okay, Taiwan, if you want sovereignty, good job. Go get it. We're not spending American taxpayer money for you to do it, right? Same with Ukraine, We're not going to go and save your rogue territory, the Donbass region, for you. A lot of people live there, want to be a part of Russia. A lot of people do. I don't know if the Poles were for real. I mean, there were Russian Poles, who knows, right? But the truth is that a lot of the people in that region, probably the majority of that, vast majority of the people in that region are Russian, ethnic Russians that don't want to be part of Ukraine, that want to be part of Russia. There's a lot of people there like that. So, we're just we're playing kingmaker in two of the world's leading military powers, right? China and Russia. And now we're pushing our fingers in the chest of Iran too. Okay, so we're talking about massive, full scale world war, the likes that nobody has ever seen, and people don't understand this. That all three of those countries, all three of them are nuclear powers. Okay? Iran's got the capability. China has as many nukes as Russia. Russia has as many nukes almost as many as we do. Pakistan, who is friends with Russia.
Russia has more nukes than we do.
Yeah, more nukes, exactly. But Pakistan, who's friends with Iran, or Turkey, who's friends with Iran, has American nukes in their country right now. We've stationed them there. You know what I mean? This is, the people don't understand what this means, that what we're doing right now, giving money to these countries to fight these military superpowers on our behalf.
Well, can I simplify it real quick? Go ahead, Aydin. Go ahead.
My question is why? Why would we do this? Why would we intentionally fund and fuel our enemies? Because it appears to me that that's what we're doing. So why? And I mean, we're pretending that we're not, but we are. So why are we funding and fueling our enemies as Americans? Why are we doing that? Allegedly,
the elites are hellbent on destruction of the United States.
Yes. Thank you.
There you go.
I think that's
there you go.
And now we come back to Occam's razor, right?
Yeah.
Where it's always this crazy conspiracy, right? You're oh, the elites hate the America and want to destroy it entirely, and people are you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. But then it's okay, then you explain it,
bro.
Yeah, no shit. But if I'm a conspiracy theorist, then you explain these actions. Okay, you explain these actions to me, because I'm telling you right now, the easiest answer is typically the answer. Okay, this is Occam's razor territory, right? And the easiest answer is they're telling you who they are. They're showing you who they are.
Exactly.
They're doing the things that prove they hate you by spending $100 billion of your tax money on countries around the world for wars that you don't support. Okay, they're destroying the family unit entirely. They're at war with faith. Okay, these people have been doing this for 100 years in America, and they hate you. They want your way of life and your culture destroyed. It's absolutely happening.
Yes.
You're an idiot if you don't believe that it's happening.
They're fleecing us on the way out. They're ripping out the copper tubes. They're cut the copper pipes on the way out. They're getting rich.
They're cutting all the catalytic converters.
Yes, and it's because these people. When I said the elites want to destroy America, it's a little harsh. It's a little conspiracy theorist, but I think they are, and I think they're trying to get rich on the way out, so they can move. That people are well, why would they destroy their own country? They don't care about this country. They can move somewhere else. They get rich and they go, well, it's shitty here. I'm going to move to Sweden.
They didn't build this
exactly, my dude. That's exactly the point. because I've often had that thought as well of like, why are they intentionally destroying their own country? Because they know that they are so rich they can move wherever the hell they want, whenever they want. That's the problem. So it is not their country. It's not their homeland. So they can just abandon it at any point.
Would you say that they're rootless cosmopolitans?
They are absolutely rootless. Now, again, I'm a monarchist. I've taken a different turn in my politics from pure libertarianism. I've found that the way to protect libertarianism is via monarchism, but you don't have to agree with me. The reality of what our opposition is doing is the same. They escape from any and all accountability every single time, as they are doing now, and they always will and always have.
Yeah, that's
Damn dog.
the big issue with democracy.
Damn dog. How much hoppa did you have to intake?
Oh,
to
I
come to
drank a
this?
lot of hoppa to get to my point. So yeah,
she's like, oh, I'll have a little hoppa just as a treat, and just eats every single one. No, I love hoppa too, and I go back and forth. I go back and forth on the democracy
no,
and
it's
monarchy
not
thing too.
hoppa.
So.
It's actually Eric von Kunert-Leiden,
Oh, sure.
who fucked me up on realizing why democracy was a farce. But
Oren McIntyre brought him up on the last.
Oren McIntyre, who has great stuff on Twitter, but please, if you've not read Kunert-Leiden, his work is all free to read online on the Mises Institute. So
Nice.
please check it
Yeah,
out. It's very, very
Oren literally brought him
illuminating.
up last week on the show. He brought him up.
Yeah.
He brought
Oh,
up
yeah.
a lot of. He brought
There's
up
a reason
Yeah,
why
he's
we
brought up
keep.
a lot of-
There's a reason. I think there's a reason why. Just to take it aside for a moment. If there's a reason why so many of us are bringing up the same like ancient now 100-year-old philosophers, there's got to be a reason why we're doing that, right? That maybe they were correct, maybe they had good points, maybe there was a reason why Eric von Kunert-Leiden, who went through the First and Second World War, discovered that monarchy was a better system than democracy, had a fucking point, right? Maybe there's a reason we keep bringing him up. Just saying.
I get it. I get it. Hey,
You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. Just saying is a reason why we maybe keep finding his points interesting.
You want to know who fully anti-democracy pilled me? It
Mm.
was Vivek Ramaswamy in his book.
Oh,
Woke
Vivek,
Inc.
really?
Wow,
Yes.
that was
And-
the gayest thing. I've
Okay,
ever heard in my
okay.
life.
So a point that he brings up is a lot of big companies will rush to go public, so that the board and the small number of shareholders,
Yeah, I remember this
Don't-
speech. Yeah.
don't have to take responsibility. They can pass that off to the broader shareholder. I realized that democracy does the same thing, just at an even broader
Yes,
scale.
yes.
Instead of the
What-
1,000 or so shareholders or
Homie,
however many people.
What I gotta tell you
have.
is you must go read or listen to Eric von Kunert-Leiden's work, Liberty or Equality, and it will all make sense to you. You'll figure it out, okay?
Okay, can you send me that in like Twitter
I will.
DMs, because I will forget it if I don't
I'll
write it
send it
down.
here in the. It's on the Mises Institute. It is completely free. There's
They have all
also
kinds of free stuff down there.
yeah, like it's free to read it, but you can also find on YouTube because it's free. You can also find like readings of it and stuff. But check out Eric von Kunert-Leiden's Liberty or Equality. It is the treatise of which I became a monarchist, and I must insist that people read. You have to be. It's not gonna make you into a monarchist inherent. It is just a very, very good book about.
I have had this argument with myself between because I believe
Yeah.
myself to be
Politics.
an anarch. Like at heart, I'm an anarcho-capitalist, right? Like that's
Sure,
Well,
sure. As am
that's-
I in my heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
sure.
and those are the ideas that I feel should be the North Star for me. But I go back and forth on this benevolent monarchy thing too, where I'm like, first of all, it's a lot easier to take the king out than it is to take out an entire house. And,
Well, yeah,
and
that's how it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Historically,
yeah.
that was the move.
historically, that's how.
Well, that
I
makes
just
sense.
think that people are too much of pussies to do that today, even in a monarchy. You know what I mean?
I'm not. I don't think that's true. I,
I
don't
got
think that's
Portland
true.
on mine too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure that's true. I don't know. I don't know. So the kind of like inherent anti-monarchical element that exists within society, which is that society can rise up against the monarch. I think that is a good and persistent thing that has been extant throughout history. What we don't have is a similar kind of extant movement against democratic systems that are corrupt, right?
That makes it, when you say democracy, everybody's like, oh, I'm a part of that.
Oh, it's democracy.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's okay. Yeah,
it's
all right. I'm
good.
part
It's
of it.
good because it's democracy. Yeah.
You fight democracy, you fight your friends and your family and yourself, and
Yeah,
Mhm.
this
who
is
would
our
want to do that.
Brian. This is our
Mhm.
representative government. They represent us. They do everything
Right.
we ask them to do.
And there's checks and
Yeah,
balances
fantastic.
in place, and those clearly work.
I love
They work,
Aiden in the
right,
background's just
guys?
like, yeah, totally fantastic, very good. Yes,
Bro, but
absolutely.
it's that exact thing. It's like, oh yeah, we have all these systems in place that we put in, and they must work because we said they work. They don't work.
Right.
That's the
It's a
problem.
necessary evil, right, for a republic to operate.
That's the argument.
Democracy
that's
is a
been made.
necessary evil that you have to deal with once in a while.
Yeah, republics are fake.
But
That's it.
however, I don't think
No, they're
that's
not.
actually that's not real.
It's not true.
Actually necessary that you must deal with this evil. No, I believe that's incorrect. Personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Personally,
mean, and
yes.
listen, dude. If you come from the Libertarian Party, as you do, and I do, I know, and so does Ryan. We all work inside the fake and gay Libertarian Party.
Yeah, we're always gonna fake and gay lolberts. It's fine,
Except that I'm like way far away from Lolberts at this point. And in fact,
Well,
a lot of them are like, "What the fuck are you still doing here,
I mean,
dude?"
to be fair, like I became a monarchist to figure out how to make lolbertism work. So, like, come on, like we've all moved.
Fair.
Like everybody moves.
Fair. So, but here's the thing: is that you can't sit there and say, "I'm tired of voting for the lesser of two evils. I have to join this party that's not evil," right?
Yeah.
And then go and say, "Oh, but there's a necessary evil when it comes to republic." Right. So you
Right.
have, at some point,
Right.
if you're taking that to your logical conclusion, it does become, I won't stand for any evil anymore at all. It's all over. No more evil in my life. No more evil in my society. That's it. It's done.
Yeah. Are we discounting?
That's not
Are we
true,
discounting
by the way.
independent voters in the U.S. though with that?
Fuck the voters, dude.
Yeah, but
Also,
you're talking
that's not
about
true.
you're talking about an R&D thing, and that's not. Those are two small little outliers on the tails, right? Everybody in between is independent. That's who actually
Wait,
votes.
Are we putting?
That's
we're
actually
putting
changes it.
evil now into this, which is a new dynamic. Okay, in terms of people's willingness to vote for evil, that's a new dynamic.
What's evil? I gotta get that.
Evil? We had this conversation
you
last
need-
time she was
yeah.
on here.
We gotta define that real quick. What's evil? Is it demons? Is it a supernatural force that's crawled inside someone and made their actions different?
Can you not be silly with me?
No, he does this to
What
me
it-
all the time with the
Okay.
evil thing. It's
You gotta be
not- it's
careful
not
when you
true.
call something
Bro.
evil.
I call things evil all the time. And he's
Yep.
like, well, what's evil?
Be very careful.
Here's the thing about
Okay.
evil, dude. Let me explain it to you.
Yeah.
All right.
It's shit that is
So-
like hell of immoral, and it's working to destroy the moral systems of
Just say
society.
it's immoral.
Well, it's evil.
No. But
It's moral.
I fundamentally denounce that it's just immoral. It is evil in my perspective, and I will
Yeah,
explain
define
why.
it. Define what you mean by evil.
So what is evil? Evil is something that is outside of that normal moral system, right? Is that it is something that is outside of it, in that this is some kind of perspective that I believe is driven by a very negative sort of perspective from people, and it
Right.
is outside of normal morality. Morality can fly all over the spectrum, right? And I don't have a care where the morality falls. But there are people who are evil. I think we do have to admit that there are people who are evil. Yes or no? There are some people who are fundamentally, categorically evil. They are people who fall outside of the spectrum.
Okay, who decides that?
any
Who decides
problem-
which
of any
people are evil?
problem.
Me.
Are you serious?
I think.
Yeah,
all of us-
I'm dead
I
serious.
think all of us.
Okay,
do.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think
It would be
that's one of
the
things
public,
that
but we're saying
religion
outside
has
of
done.
like, okay, so somebody maybe has a mental disorder. We could say that they have a mental disorder, and so they are not evil inherent. But there are some people who are evil, who seemingly are born evil, actually, that appears to be fundamentally true.
Yeah, we're in Salem witch trial
Hold on.
territory, dude.
Do you think?
Are you
do you think
serious?
That people,
Yeah, I'm
hold on,
Do you
serious.
AJ,
seriously
hold
think
on,
that there
AJ.
are not people who are fundamentally
Do
evil?
you think that
It's
people? Hold on.
go ahead.
Do you think that people who have like what you could construe as evil, but nefarious, demented,
What are we talking about?
horrible intentions with
Yeah.
other people and their property? Do you not think that that's an evil act?
Okay, listen. Let's
Okay,
back up here a minute.
somebody
Let's get
who
on
is a
it.
cannibal who eats their entire family.
Hey, I
and
know.
kills
We're
them,
gonna get
that's
into
evil.
we're gonna
That's
get into
evil,
these
okay?
all these anecdotal things that make it true.
No, we're
but
not. No,
listen.
don't shush for a second, okay?
Go ahead.
When I'm talking about people who are fundamentally evil, I mean people like that. People who like eat their entire family and kill them.
Sure.
I am not talking about like some like random dude who like got into a weird tryst with his wife. I don't give
Right.
a shit about that.
Right.
But I think we have to admit that there are people who are born fundamentally evil. That exists. Fundamental evil does
Right.
exist in the
So is-
human condition.
Okay.
Okay.
So is it
Yeah.
an evil supernatural force from hell that
Yes.
somehow
Yes.
infiltrates their body
I
and
believe
then
that.
Yes.
so they're not
my
acting as
opinion,
themselves or something like that, like a
I-
possession?
I
No,
believe
no.
that evil
It's
comes from
always their. It's
I
always their
actually believe that.
choice. It's
Okay.
always their choice. They are being influenced by uh, uh, demons from hell. However, at the end of the day, there's a reason why God gave us all individual abilities to predict our own future and to determine our own future.
Ooh.
And so
Well, as an
therefore-
atheist, I'd have to
AJ,
disagree with you
AJ,
and say,
Jesus'
okay,
light
that's
shines for
cute,
everybody.
but
Everybody.
AJ,
Okay.
are you someone that doesn't believe free will exists? Are you one of those people?
AJ,
"Oh boy."
no, I
AJ?
believe okay.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
trying to explain my position on this. I think that free will does exist. However, I think that all of our free will is also guided by God. So, yes, your free will exists. Absolutely. God has given you free will in order to be able to determine what your outcome will be in your life. At the same time, I also think that God is guiding us. And I know that for people who are maybe a little bit more atheistic, that might sound very confusing to try and make those two things make sense in their head. But let me try to explicate it. God is guiding you. God is not forcing you. Does that make sense?
No.
Why
He
not?
Set up
'Cause he's an
So,
atheist.
he set
I'm an
up
atheist.
cones on the
I
road
know,
of
but
life.
I
and
know,
you
but
can ignore them
pretend
if you
for a
want.
second that you believe that God exists. Okay.
Okay, I'm pretending.
Okay. God's not forcing you. He is guiding you. Does
First
that
of all,
make
I'm
sense
weirded
now?
out there's a sky wizard watching me while I'm naked.
Oh my God.
Because he can see through my
Can I
clothes
say
right now.
something? Can I say something?
He's
AJ?
looking through your
The-
clothes
the
right now.
FBI
But
watches you
AJ,
while you're
you know-
right
you
now,
know-
Yahweh's
I
looking
feel
through your
really
clothes.
self-conscious right now.
Hold on. Is it more weird that for us to have faith?
Can you not be? Why do atheists always have to be so rude towards?
No!
Yes.
theists?
No! I'm-
Yes.
No!
Yes.
AJ, is it
That's not true.
when you
Guys.
change your kid's diaper,
Ryan and I are
Calm
weird,
down.
by the way.
First
is
of
that
all,
weird?
calm down, everybody.
Why do you have to say the
Is-
weird shit about like God looking
is
through
that
Calm
your
down.
weird when you
clothes?
change your
Atheists are the
diaper?
nicest people ever.
No, untrue.
I'm not
Untrue.
forcing
And
you to.
how
I'm
weird
not
is it?
judging
I'm just
you.
asking, I'm just asking
not judging
why
what
are
you
you talking
do.
about why are you being sexual about God?
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, I just meant I think it's funny that people think there's a sky wizard that controls anything
Okay, that's very
externally
cute.
about your life.
No,
Okay,
you're
here's the
you're
fun-
He doesn't-
inherently.
if he did
Hold on, you're
exist, he
being
doesn't give a
you're
fuck
being
about you.
inherent-
Okay, hold
you're
It's
being
obvious.
Why
inherently-
is it? Why is it? Hold on, Aiden. One second here. I want to ask you. I want
Sure.
to ask you something.
Sure.
You
Sure.
get mad. You get mad at.
I'm mad?
No, not you, Aiden. I'm talking to AJ.
AJ.
You get mad at people who have this faith.
No, no, I don't.
Very clear.
No,
You're very.
I
upset, right?
question their logic
You're very
because
upset.
there's no
You're
truth
mad.
to what's going on.
So listen.
I
you're
don't care
upset.
if there's
Okay.
any truth
Hold
to
on,
what's
hold on,
going
Aiden.
on.
Hold on, let me
go
flesh
ahead.
this out real quick.
Sure.
I have faith that there's a God. Okay, I believe in God. I believe that Jesus was the Son of God. And
I
believe in the Holy
respect your
Spirit.
opinion.
fine.
Absolutely.
Now listen.
fine.
Now listen. You think that that's weird. I get it.
No, I don't think it's
You do.
weird.
It's very clear.
I think
you
it's
do think
odd.
it's weird, but you
Hang
keep
on,
saying-
my
go
God,
ahead.
sky wizard.
Finish up.
You keep calling my God a sky wizard. Okay.
Sky wizards.
And talking about him looking at you naked and all this weird shit. Okay. Now listen.
Well, people look up.
Okay, that's
Look
fine. Now listen. So you're actively upset about something that you don't believe is real.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I
You seem
want
to be
to.
upset.
I want to clarify that. I'm upset that people that I see as logical and intelligent all these arguments line up. I'm like, okay, everything makes sense. And then all of a sudden, the Sky Wizard comes into the picture, and logic goes out the window. But logic goes out the window like they threw a baseball and it's gone.
So, have you ever had faith in anything?
Absolutely.
Anything that you couldn't see or touch or smell or hear?
Absolutely. And
So
I'm not saying that it can't be real. I'm saying I need more evidence than, hey, you should think that.
Then you know what my fucking evidence is that I almost died and I felt Christ himself come to me, and that's my fucking evidence, and nobody can take that from me.
Correct.
The end.
Correct.
The end.
Hold on.
And I believe you. I believe that was real for you. Absolutely.
AJ, there's 5,000
that doesn't mean
years
I
of
have to
documented-
believe it because
there's
I didn't have
5,000
any.
years of documented history that you
Yes.
can read right now. It's free.
Yes.
You can download a PDF of it.
Bro,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
raised
5,000 years
Lutheran,
of it.
guys.
How
I've
about
been
that?
baptized. I went through,
Nice.
No, but you
confirmation.
don't believe in it. So
I did all that.
it
There's
doesn't matter. Like
a little
you,
bit of
you
a
abandoned
thread
this
that I
shit.
think
so.
AJ might follow a little more that I tried to start earlier when I was talking about how religion kind of determines. It's done the job of determining what is evil and what is not. And
That's what I'm trying to.
one of the things
That's what I'm trying to
that
get.
religion
Right.
does
Religion
is it kind of
determines evil.
sets these.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's
Please, explicate
generations
to me.
upon generations of people figuring out what works. That's some of the essence of religion. And
Exactly.
so it's this model
Like the
that
Torah?
works for usually 95%
Yes, like the Torah,
of people.
yes.
And you
The Torah is just the Old Testament.
Yeah, it's like but within the Jewish faith, there's
Like
like
even
there's
that.
mathematical documents. There's like, hey, if a guy runs over your
It
ox,
sure
you
is
own this.
mathematical documents within the
Even-
Torah.
even
Yes, there
without-
are.
even without stating that is your preference, you live life largely according to Judeo-Christian values.
No, don't say Judeo. There's no Judeo-Christian. It's just
No,
Christian.
I
They're
will say it.
Christian
I will say.
values.
I will say. No,
But
I will say that what
you-
we largely live. What I okay.
Well,
so
I'm
what
talking
I live,
about
maybe
Hey,
not
hey,
everybody.
hey,
hold on.
Even
Nobody
Yeah, wait,
else.
don't talk
Stop.
over each other.
Stop.
Don't talk.
talk. Ryan, stop talking over the guest, please. Okay, let her finish talking now.
Oh, sorry. Just what
You
I'm
stopped,
saying is
and
that
she started talking, and then you started talking again.
what I would say is that yes, I do believe that I live according to Judeo-Christian values because I do base some of my values on the Judeo mythos, right? However, that's because I base everything on a large history of reading all this literature. The fact that you think that there's no evidence for it is concerning to me. That you can find no evidence prima facie for any existence of God is disconcerting to me. Okay,
There's
does that
n-
make sense?
Yes. I respect your opinion. I'm saying there's no evidence for a sky wizard that exists
Why?
in
Why do you
heavens
have-
in,
why-
or in a
why do you
different
have to
Why,
be
dimension.
why
rude
do
about
you
it?
feel the need?
Why am I? Hold on. What's rude about
Why
that,
do you
guys?
feel the
You keep saying sky
need to
wizard.
insult our God? I don't get it. What is it inside
Why
you
do you
that
have to
makes
say
you
sky
feel the need
wizard?
to insult our God?
How is that insulting,
I'm not
guys?
insulting.
It's
I'm not insulting you and
because
telling
you
you you're
know
a
it's
fucking
insulting.
idiot
You
or
would
any of
not
that
use
stuff.
that
You're,
term if you
you're
didn't know it
being
was
sarcastic
insulting.
about the God that I worship and the God that Ryan worships.
I ran into this. I was having an argument with a friend about this, and he was very upset that I said sky or that I was
It's
blaspheming the
And
Lord.
you don't understand why.
Can I not make fun of him?
I mean,
Is that am I not
You're
supposed to
free-
make?
you're free to do
how
that,
can you
but-
come into a conversation trying to be fair and even, and then be like, haha, your God's a fucking faggot? You know what I mean? Like,
Whoa!
I'm saying that that's no. I'm
Whoa!
saying
Really,
that
she makes
no.
a good
I'm saying
point,
that's
yeah.
what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
Oh
okay?
wow! No! I don't think he's gay at all. I didn't
You
say Jesus is
understand? You
gay.
understand why I use that terminology?
Like that's
Oh,
kind of
wow.
what you implied by the watch it naked thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No, I just
Like the whole-
meant like
Like I
that's a
understand-
supernatural belief that's kind of silly, right? Do you think God?
Can you
Do you really think God's
understand
watching
why
you
it
naked?
comes off
View it
that
as
way?
kind of
Can you
silly, and
understand
I-
that?
I understand that you're just kind of poking fun a little bit and not trying to insult. You're just
Guys, the entire fucking universe blew up from a tiny pinpoint of nothing. Like, is that not magical enough for you guys?
I don't believe it.
Like, you have to
So
make
at
up a story that some
some point-
dude did that.
at
Like,
some
that's
point,
fucking
something-
incredible.
You're out of your mind
at
that you
some
don't think
point,
that's what I
something
already
had to come from
believe.
Nothing. That's kind of the fundamental law of the creation. Something had to come from
this is
nothing.
the
Oh, we
thing
don't
with
understand
this
what
dude.
happened. We think that's what happened. We don't really
No,
understand, but
this dude, this is what I'm so infuriated by, that you don't think that that's what Christians believe. No, maybe not
sure,
all,
they can believe that.
but-
Some of them believe
but
that. Some
me
of them don't.
personally,
Some
yes,
of them think
but
it was
I do.
magical and it was
I do
5,000 years.
believe
There's
that
a
it
planet
came
here.
from a one. I believe in that. That in fact the actual creation evidence via the psychological, not psychological, excuse me, physiological evidence is actually what caused me to increase in my belief in Christ.
Okay. Why'd they write
and
the Bible
God.
100 years after he was dead? You
100
think that's
years.
weird? You know
You
that
know what I'm talking about?
Christ, yeah, I believe that Jesus of Nazareth was an actual dude. Okay, I believe that.
I do
I
as
don't
well.
believe-
He literally lived.
Well, this is going to piss you off. I don't believe he was the son of an almighty God somewhere in heaven. I think he was an actual
He was the
dude.
son of an almighty God.
I think he was a prophet. I think he had some really
What does that mean? What does
awesome
that mean?
ideas.
He was
Son
a
of
prophet.
God
What does that mean?
or
He was a prophet.
Well, yeah, I mean the idea, like the golden rule, treat
are you
others
talking
as you
about
want
now?
to be treated. That was
No,
actually
now
a
you're
new
being
idea. That was a new
Now
idea
you're being
back then.
silly. Now you're being silly.
No, I'm
So
not.
he was a prophet, but you can't describe a prophet of whom. You won't say whom. Yahweh. You
Well,
won't
okay.
say who
Shall
he
I
was a
say?
prophet
Shall
of.
I'll clarify that and say he was a philosopher. He was a very wise philosopher that had a very big following. Can I say that?
A wise philosopher who claimed he was the son of the living God.
Yes. And if someone does that today, we put them in a loony bin. We put them in a straitjacket,
Okay, so
and they go to
yeah,
custody.
right. This
Exactly,
is
because
typical.
not-
This is common.
So,
shit.
so hold on.
This is common.
We're not gonna
Common
sit
shit.
here and
Okay.
talk. First of all, we're not gonna sit here and talk about religion. This
No,
entire
no.
show.
No,
Second
no.
of all, you are being very insulting to our religion, which is kind of strange.
Yeah,
And
I
and
apologize. I
and
apologize.
Fucking left field, kind of weird.
No,
Dude.
he doesn't
Like,
give a fuck. He doesn't give
No,
a
no,
fuck.
no,
So who
I-
cares?
for no
Okay.
no reason. I don't
Okay,
understand.
guys.
But it doesn't matter. The thing is here's the thing for us, we read the Bible and it talks about the miracles that Jesus did.
Yes, he did.
Right?
Yes.
These are miracles that
He
people
did.
witnessed, that
Yes.
they wrote about.
Correct.
And so for us, the miracles are what make us believe that he was the son of God, right? And so like
Correct.
this is a truth to us. It's not just a faith, it's a truth.
I understand.
To us. So like
it's not a fairy tale.
yeah,
I know
it's-
you
yeah.
think it's a
So,
fairy
like-
tale,
so, like,
but
to
it's
you, and that's
true
why
I don't
to
think it was a
us.
fairy
And I
tale.
think- and
No,
I think as a libertarian,
it's not a fairy tale.
who's you're very big on like live and let live, right? That's something that you're very in tune with. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so like I'm not going to come in and insult you. I never insult you about being an atheist ever.
But you
You've
guys
been
could. You
quite
free
insulting
free
towards
reign.
us,
Don't,
to be
because
fair,
it's like-
dude.
No,
Come on.
if you guys have any quarrels with what I'm saying, feel free to come
My
at me.
faith
I don't care.
Listen,
Doesn't believe in God.
hey, dude, stop.
Yeah.
Shut up. My faith is as important to me as my family, as my kids, dude. Like
Exactly.
so like when you're insulting
exactly.
something that's as important to me as my children, like that
Yes,
sucks.
yes.
Oh, guys, I'm not. Come on
You
now.
know what I mean?
Come on now.
That's
I'm
no,
not.
you don't. No, you don't get it. Then.
My
You don't
intention is
understand
not
it
to
then.
insult you, okay?
Then you
But
wouldn't
if
call
you're
me
but
that,
then
Sky
if you
Daddy
don't-
and
if you
Sky
don't
Wizard.
I do say Sky Wizard.
Like that's
I do say
fucking
Sky
weird,
Wizard.
Like it's just
If
say
you don't
God. You
understand
don't have to say
that
he's your God or you believe in God. You can just be like you're God. You know what I mean? Instead
Okay.
of Sky Wizard.
Your God.
There you go.
But,
Your
but
God.
do you,
Yeah.
I'll
do you
say that.
understand why when calling our Lord a sky wizard is as important as insulting our families? Why that would insult us? Do you get that?
Yeah. Do you guys get this weirded out when Muslims get pissed off when you make a cartoon of Muhammad?
I try not to
Yes.
go out.
Like, don't you think that's irrational when they kill cartoonists?
Attack Muslims over that.
That's
I don't-
irrational, right?
I never really.
I
go and
have
attack.
several
I never
friends
go
who
and
are
attack other people's gods, bro.
Several
It's not-
friends
I realize that, but what if
Muslims,
I said I don't believe in your God? I think he's silly, and I made a silly cartoon, and you guys walked over
Fine.
here with machetes and decapitated me
I
on
would do
film.
But it's a
First
little
of all,
bit
I would-
different
I
when
know,
you're
I
saying
know
that
you guys
we're not
wouldn't.
allowed to tell our story.
Christians are very big into turning the other cheek.
I understand that,
So like, and so
but
Yes.
if you did, could I then call that irrational?
yes,
It's fine.
yeah. If
Okay,
I
fair
could have
enough.
killed you for
We would
for your
say
speech,
yes.
yeah,
Fair
absolutely.
enough. Fair enough.
I mean, that would be fucking stupid.
Yeah, then we're cool. I won't insult your God. Okay, I realize now.
Why don't you get this? Once you get this, that's the entire point of our religion is to turn the other cheek and
Obviously,
not be upset.
I've stepped on a nerve.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
my religion is very important.
I've stepped on a
Very
nerve. I
important.
apologize. You guys, I love you like
Yeah.
brothers. There's nothing wrong with you being Christian. I'm not going to not be friends with you because you're Christian.
Hey, bro, I don't try to force you to go to church with me, okay?
I just think it's unusual that you see ghosts on a normal basis.
Ghosts.
That's
We don't
all.
see ghosts.
See
I don't see
It's a
ghosts.
holy ghost.
It's not
Are
something
you
that you
serious?
see.
Have you
It's
have
What's
you
the
never?
holy ghost?
It's a feeling,
Let
my
me,
man.
let me ask you
Okay.
this question.
It's a
Let
faith.
me
I
ask you this
felt it.
question.
Look, a faith in anything is what makes us human beings, dude. Period.
Yes,
we
yes,
are never ever going to understand the entirety of the universe,
Yes.
but you pick your avenue, you pick your path. You know, if you're like me, you've come to read the Holy Scripture. You've decided that that's the truth, and you believe that, and that's, you know, it's something that's very important to me. I'm, you know, in religious in Christian in the Christian word, you know, this religion, my God, Jesus as a savior for my sins, is something that's so important to me. It's got to be up there. I can't lead a family as a man without those beliefs in my heart. Okay, so like
I
so
agree.
like those are really important things to me, and it's like, you know, like I don't hate you, you're my friend, and I love you to death, but I think like just insulting that when I don't ever push it on you, it's not never ever
Never.
And nor would
Kinda weird.
bro. I don't know you that well, but like, I feel the same way. I would never force my beliefs on you.
I just got
But
in the same argument with this Michael Leibowitz guy on Twitter. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys just found out I was offensive.
Offensive is fine. Listen, I don't mind. It just got a little like, it almost got a little like aggro there for a minute.
No,
Yeah, it got weird.
I agree.
I'm pulling
I
back.
agree 1,000% though with what
I'm
you said.
pulling back. I was outnumbered. It was 3-1, and I threw out some sky wizards. I'm not going to say that anymore. I'll say
Stop
I'll say
calling
you're a
Christians
Christian
sky
God.
wizards, and
I'll
maybe
say-
you're
Don't ever
gonna-
say that in front of my kids because they really love their
Oh
God.
Jesus!
Okay.
No, I'm not. Come on.
So anyway,
We're
we're
adults
gonna
here.
get way past this religious talk. We've now
All right.
done.
Sorry, guys. I derailed that shit.
I got one
I'll go
I
my
derailed
last,
that.
little
just
joke
my
I
last
want.
little kind of
those two may
uh,
not force their religion
my
on you,
my
but
last
I'm
little
kidnapping you this Sunday.
kind of like, you know,
Well, praise that, and I'll find help someday.
on that, which is that I agree with you 100%, which is that your relationship with God is an ongoing one, and it can change at basically any point in time. So at least that's been my relationship with Christ. So,
Yeah.
but just
Guys, I was in your club till
You-
9/11.
you-
Just throw that out here.
Yeah.
I was in your club until
I
9/11.
was a neocon till
No,
9/11.
come
Okay.
okay.
I was 6.
Yep.
All I'm gonna say, all right, is my
I'm
last thing
surprised
I'll
you were
say
born.
is that I know that it sounds silly, but recognize that Christ is waiting for you to accept him. Okay, you
Yeah,
don't have
Jesus'
to.
light shines for
but he's
everybody,
there.
buddy. You'll come home.
Yeah,
someday.
he's
You'll be
out
all right.
there. You're like, come on, he's out
Come
there.
home someday.
Is he?
I just got in this same argument with this dude, Michael Leibowitz.
And,
who-
and once you
hold on.
recognize, and once you
Is he
accept
in
him,
Valhalla
it's
waiting for me?
It feels it will feel amazing for you, homie.
Listen,
it will
listen.
feel so good.
I got this
when you
convers-
accept
I got
Christ.
this almost a identical conversation with Michael Leibowitz online, who's this really annoying, pestering guy that comes onto everybody's post trying to debate them about everything. I'm sure he's Jewish. Okay, his last name's Leibowitz. He did 26 years in prison for setting up his
Oh, wow,
ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend and having them
Holy
stabbed in their
shit.
sleep.
Ooh.
He came out
Jesus.
from prison and became an Ayn Randian objectivist and decided that he's a moral man now and he's made up for his sins. And now he comes and attacks all the Mises member guys, right? Which I
Yeah.
think is really funny because you're just following in the steps of Ayn Rand, except Ayn Rand would call you a giant pussy because you're a giant pussy.
Interesting.
And so
Yeah.
he got in this conversation with me the other day, and he said your religion is fake, it's not even real, and blah blah blah, saying all this shit to me, and I was all somebody posted that, hey, somebody said what do they call him, hey Wits, right, like the end of his name, Wits, right? We're not standing up for that shit anymore. Our Jesus is not boiling in a pot of excrement or whatever, like your Talmud says.
Yeah.
And I liked the comment, right? This is after he went on a tirade about how my religion is fake and Jesus isn't real and all this stuff. And then all I did was like the comment, right? And he starts posting about me on his Twitter, calling me an anti-Semite. And
What a loser.
and I'm like, dude, you just fucking came and told me my whole religion
Yeah,
is fake.
come on.
And now you're calling me an anti-Semite for liking a comment calling you wits, which was
wits.
great. It was really great, by the way. It was a great.
What a
comment.
loser, dude.
It came from the BIPOC doing crime page. You know who they are, right?
Yeah.
of course
They're like
it did.
100,000 followers, and they go a little edgy. I love them to death.
I mean, no. Who's that?
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, let's move on. Can we move on?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah,
All
we
right,
can move on. Let's move on.
I'm gonna go do a lot of praying after this show. Let me tell you.
I do do a lot of
I'm
praying,
sorry, I derailed
actually.
that a little bit, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
really did,
Yeah.
dude.
I apologize.
Yeah, you've been
It's
drinking too much
fine.
mead tonight.
I
bro. You got your
apologize.
Viking blood running through.
Dude,
you.
and let's can we kind of bookend this real quick? I just want you to know, I'm half Danish. Okay, so I have some Norwegian descent. Odin wasn't the only god that Vikings worshipped. All their gods came from. They called him the All Father. Okay,
I
wink,
know,
wink,
I'm well
wink,
aware.
wink. Okay,
We
so
know.
they prayed to the All Father.
Yeah, so,
Almost every religion
Has a god.
prays to
I know.
a god in heaven. Okay,
Okay.
so
so,
let's relax.
but-
Let's relax.
Anyways, we're done with
before
religion
I
now.
found my way back to Christ, I was a Norse pagan. So yeah, I know. Well aware.
All right,
Okay,
let's
all
move
right, let's
on.
move on.
Hey,
I'm,
by the
I'm
way,
totally
Aydin,
cool
rape
on
culture.
it. I know it. Yeah. Yeah, rape culture. Oh my god.
Let's
Oh,
talk
it's
about
going.
this.
Okay.
Now that the hard
How much
stuff's out of the way.
research would you like to know on it?
Well, I noticed
What
that
do
you
you wanna
posted
know?
today. Hold on, I noticed that you posted today on your Twitter. Listen, we can't all four talk at the same time. Okay,
Yeah.
let me do my host thing here, and then we can move on to these topics. Okay. So you posted today on Twitter that you found a paper that you had been looking for that talks about rape culture on college campuses in the United States.
Yeah.
And there's a graph that uses that research that you specifically cited, and I've seen the graph a million times. Basically, shows this like inordinate amount of people who have been raped on college campuses, but that's not really what the data is. Why don't you explain a little bit what you found and what that research paper is about?
So look, I didn't want to study this. I was kind of forced to. I wasn't forced to, but like, yeah, I was pushed into it. I was raped into studying it. There you go.
I saw a couple
I was waiting for
miles
that.
away, dude. That was great.
Look,
Perfect.
Look, I
Point to him.
I hate this because there's nothing less I want to study than this. But you're completely correct. There was a study that was conducted that basically, and the very curious part is that it was a study that was used to produce evidence that only 2% of all rape accusations were false, when actually the study itself contended that it was between 2 and 10%. And they, even from that, were judging from a very suspicious study. It's just that all of this stuff has been fucked for forever. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. The whole thing's fucked. They've been fucking it up for fucking 20 fucking years.
That was a lot of fucking.
Or more.
Every single fucking study. Every single fucking one.
We are not monetizing
I
this
couldn't
episode.
believe it. I could not believe it. It made me want to fucking tear my fucking hair out. Every single fucking study they've conducted over the last 25 years on rape allegations. Oh, turns out they're all a bunch of falsity fucking bullshit. I couldn't fucking believe it. Here's the thing. I knew there was bad stuff in this field. I had no idea how bad it was. And now I've seen it, and now I've had to be made apparent to it. I had no idea how bad it was. I had no idea how bad this research was. Quote unquote research was.
Yeah,
It's just a bunch of women saying, I think this guy maybe molested me because I hate him.
Yep.
I even have the data to specifically describe that that's the most common result.
Is it
Oh
post-coital
my God.
regret?
on that study that concluded 2 to 10%. Let's talk about the methodology.
2 to 10. 2 to 10. And we can talk about
Yeah,
that's a big spread.
The
Let's talk about
methodology of
let's
that,
talk about the
where
methods.
they basically had
The methods on
grad
that.
students read police reports
Well,
and give a
thank you
vibe
for-
check on whether or
Thank you
not
for
they thought
letting-
it was legitimate.
me know what I already know, which is that yes, what they did was they showed LAPD reports of rape accusations to graduate students and then said, do you think the woman in this case, it's always a woman, was making it up, and if they said no, then they said it was a false claim.
Oh my
Wowee!
God.
Wowie! Wowie! Well, the fucky. Can you fucking? I'm losing my mind.
Wow.
We can tell, Aiden. We can tell. It's
This
late.
Can
for
you
you.
believe?
the
Can
gold
you
standard.
believe they did this? They did this. It's like, yeah, okay, so like, oh yeah, you and your grad students. Do you think that you had did they believe that this case that they read from their true crime podcast bullshit? Oh, they thought that totally was real. Oh, they thought it was real. Therefore, it was real. That's where that 2% if you've ever seen that, the percentage that number, that 2% of all rape claims are false, comes from this fucking study.
What kind of sample size are we talking about, just to put this in context?
No, 185
That's what?
graduate students.
Oh my
185
God.
graduate students. No, not real people. Graduate students.
Not real people.
No,
not real people.
Graduate students don't count as real people. No, come on, let's be clear.
Wow.
Nobody in
Don't count as real
graduate
people.
school is a real people, dude. That's-
Yeah.
No, they don't. They don't count as real people in
Did
this
you go to graduate
instance.
school, by the way? Aiden?
Of course I did. I fucking have a doctoral degree. What the fuck are you talking
Of
about?
course I
Damn,
did.
of course I
Duh.
did. Yeah. That's
I'm
awesome.
a
But dude-
doctor. Oh yeah, I gotta call you doctor. I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about
Dr.
that.
Aiden.
But dude, like they fucking did this shit. What the fuck? Like your methodology is so fucked. No, of course it's shite. And they did this, and they're still using the same data from 2012. Continue to say that there is an epidemic of rape in the United States, where the evidence via the own fucking science they produce evidences the opposite. I am so tired of dealing with fucking liars. I won't do this anymore.
How
I'm
many
fucking sick.
men, we gotta admit, this is a men versus women thing, statistically,
Mhm.
right? Not a lot of
Mhm.
dudes are getting raped unless they're in prison. So
Statistically, a lot of dudes do get raped.
there's actually,
Never-
okay,
never
let's back
speak
up. There's actually more men
I mean,
raped
men are
than
getting raped.
women
I don't
because of
remember all that.
prisons. We
But
get it.
we don't have.
But I can
I know.
give you some
data
other
set.
numbers.
No,
potentially.
well, we can't
Yeah.
cry about it because we're different.
Not supposed
but,
to, yeah.
So what I'm asking you is how deep does this go? Are you saying like every rape study that they've come out with, the common thing is 1 in 3 college age women will be raped on
Lie.
campus, right?
No, they
They're
lie.
sexually
they lie
assaulted
about,
on
they lie
campus.
about being raped. They lie.
That is such
1 in 3
bullshit.
college-age women lies about being raped on campus. That's the app. That's a
Yeah.
statistic.
That's what
yes.
the data says.
Yep.
So the
And
methodology.
I'm
of
not saying
one
that, and
in
I'm not making that
particular-
up. Why would I make that up? That's the actual statistic.
Yeah.
Is
No,
1
I
in
believe
3
you.
college-aged women will lie about being raped on campus.
That's crazy.
1 in 3.
Holy shit.
How does
Yes.
that? How do we comport? How do we organize that with believe all women? It's very hard to do.
Oh.
No, you can't. You can't, because why should you believe all women when 1 in 3 is a fucking liar?
Wow.
I think that's a.
And I'm
they
sorry,
use-
I
they use that
refuse to fucking deal with
2%
this shit.
study to
yeah,
bludgeon
no,
you
excuse me.
to believe all women, and then they
Not doing it.
throw out the 1 in 3 women on college campuses is a victim of sexual assault, when their definition of a sexual assault is received a compliment that they didn't
their
want.
definition of a sexual assault
Right.
is I fucked some dude and then regretted it.
Well,
Yep.
the
So get
study
calm.
that
And not
that the
all.
1 in
Let's
3
be
comes
clear.
from
Hold on.
is they
And-
did
and
like a
I
survey
have data
of
on that specifically on the regretting fucking, and it's still 1 in 3 will claim rape in a non-rape case, even with that taken into consideration. I have data on that. You think I'm not gonna have fucking data on that? Of course I am. You
Unbelievable.
joking?
I'm just talking about the specific study that led to that claim of 1 in 3 women on college campuses, where they basically just asked, have you ever been like catcalled or approached by somebody
No,
you
no,
didn't want
no,
to
not like
approach you, and
that. No, that's
that's
not
what
what I
they
even talked
counted.
about.
That's what they counted as sexual
Yeah,
assault.
no, not in these studies. Not in these studies.
But
that I'm looking at.
the one I'm talking about is the one that
Oh, so they were probably doing
specifically
some
started that
silly
trend
bugger
of
shit, which I don't give a fuck.
of
Honestly,
1 in 3
I give
women.
so little shits about that
Yeah.
I wouldn't care.
and that's
no-
been
no
pretty
offense.
thoroughly debunked at this point.
I wouldn't. That gives me so little shits that I couldn't care less. But we found this actually in the data about the actual reports of sexual assault. It wasn't true. It was a lie. Almost every single fucking time. That's what's interesting to me. Every
Wow.
time it was a lie.
Blows my mind, dude. That's such a
95% of them up to were a lie.
crazy, dude.
Why? Well, why not? Why not? Why shouldn't they lie?
Let's-
you know what I mean?
Thing to talk about.
Aiden, let's talk about how we can fix this. I have an idea.
Sure.
Now I'm plagiarizing this. I was trying to find the source on my phone earlier. Okay. So if the rape accusation is made, they do a formal, legal proceeding. If the person claiming they were raped invited the person to their room, invited the person to their apartment behind a locked door, they can't charge rape.
I don't know about.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I don't think that's.
I'd be fine with that.
Josh, instantly women would make that discernment about who they're taking to their fucking room.
No,
Right now, they're
I'd
not
be fine
doing
with
that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could get behind.
They're not doing that right
I
now.
know-
No, I'm fine with
They're
that.
getting tipsy at the club, and they're taking some guy home.
Yeah.
And they're
why
rolling the
are
fucking
men
dice.
confused about this?
Yeah,
No, it's
but
fine.
but people that would be predatory to that and take advantage of that on the male side, they would know that.
No, they've
How do you
had to
take
make
advantage of that?
They had to sign a legal document.
Bro, what if you listen? I mean, a woman should
because-
be. Hey, hold on. A woman should be fine with being able to take a man and watch Netflix, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
Yeah, that's
should be
true.
fine to
Okay.
be able to do that,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay.
like,
You invited him in.
sure.
and then
That's weird.
He's,
I can't.
he's
You're taking
smashing whether you
it
want
makes
to
them
or
take
not.
responsibility.
She says no, dude.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm
legitimately.
No, listen.
this.
She can say no. There can be a forcible rape in that apartment. What I'm saying is, legally, she doesn't have a recourse to say,
Mm.
he raped me in my apartment. No, he didn't. You invited him in. There was a sexual experience,
Yep.
and now you have to go to trial, and you need to talk to a jury about who's believing who.
Oh, I don't.
You can do that.
I can't give it.
But you
Unfortunately,
can't charge forcible rape if you invite him into the room. I'm just saying, if you made that a rule, I'm not in support of this as a legal rule, okay? I'm saying it's a thought
Right.
experiment. If you did that,
Let's
it would
be
put the
clear who
onus of
wins.
responsibility on the
Potiphar's
woman
wife
or the man
always
that's inviting
wins
them in.
and always has won. Potiphar's wife always fucking wins. Does she not? Potiphar's wife always wins.
I'm sorry, who's
Yeah.
Potiphar's wife?
I don't know.
Are
Yeah, I
you
don't know the
not-
reference.
Okay.
What's that?
Sorry,
So-
we're all too dumb for that.
Okay. So with
Pretend you're
what
explaining
the
this to a
None
drunk
of us
Viking.
Are
went to
you guys
graduate school at
serious
all.
to me?
Pretend you're explaining this to a drunk Viking.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay.
Hold on.
So-
Pretend that you're explaining this to somebody that took the vaccine for a donut. Go.
I want to be very clear. I'm going to read something.
I never
can't
did that.
Neither did
I can't believe you don't know who Potiphar's
Ryan did.
wife is.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Potiphar's wife, though, whatever. I'm not gonna read whatever weird shit that comes up on Google, but for Jacob, when he or Jason, excuse me, when he is in Egypt, right? When he is a slave, the family that's in control of him is called Potiphar, right? And the woman who is in control of him is Potiphar's wife. We don't
Okay.
actually ever get her name, but she makes a bunch of sexual advances towards him, and when he doesn't reciprocate, she calls him a rapist.
Mm.
Right? So we have like 10,000 years of evidence of this being a thing that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
My point in bringing up Potiphar's wife is that this is not something new. We have evidence of this happening for over 10,000 years, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you'd be saying like recorded history. The only argument to that, just devil's advocate,
I know it's not record, but I don't
would be
care if it's
millions of
recorded,
years, multiple millions of years we had before that, where rape was a mode
but
of reproduction.
Why? But why is this then recorded in one of the most ancient pieces of history?
No. I'm what I'm saying is historic, like human evolution wise, rape being a bad thing that you're prosecuted for is kind of a new deal.
No, I think you'd have to explicate that to me.
There's kind
in
of
terms of law, yeah, but you'd have to explicate to me that society would not be cool with rape, because I think throughout pretty much all of human history that is civilized, there's a pretty big deal against rape.
Yeah,
so
what year would you say we became civilized?
I mean,
make the argument. You have to make the argument against it.
Okay, I'd say before written history, and maybe even after that, sub-Saharan Africa. I'd say rape was one method of reproduction that was very popular.
I don't know.
Why would
we were fucking savages? Come on, guys. We were fucking cavemen.
We are a K-selected species. That makes no sense. What you're saying is ridiculous and absurdist, dude. I'm sorry for getting
wouldn't
angry.
the toughest dude take the wife?
Do you understand what case selection over arc sorry, or an arc selected?
No, what's the case selection? That went past me.
Okay, we're arc selected, not case selected. I got my shit confused. Okay, so we are we're case selected. Okay. Okay, so let me explain this to you. So in the way that species reproduce, it moves from arc selection towards case selection, all right? The human species is towards the case-selected paradigm. For that reason,
you know what
humans tend to be...
What's the R and K?
So R-selected species
let me explain.
tend to produce a lot of offspring, and
a lot of offspring, yeah.
K-selected species tend to produce less offspring.
Very small offspring, very few offspring, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is true of humans, by the way. We're kind of
yes.
moderate.
We've gone from having a lot of kids to fewer.
Well, if you think of an R-selected species, it's like turtles.
Like
you have 100 babies at
once. Oh, okay.
And we have one
spider eggs and shit. Okay.
You know, when you meet somebody like me who has 7 children in the house, you're like, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking kids, right? Like,
right.
That's not...
Okay, I understand. Speaking, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Why
sense.
does it have anything to do with rape and as cavemen? I don't get it. Go ahead. Okay.
I will explain it. Because why is the caveman trying to do whatever the fuck he's trying to do? He's trying to reproduce his genes. He wants to make sure that his genes survive. Now, the best way to ensure that his genes survive are producing them via an R-selected method of a woman in a stable society, other than a K-selected method, which is just fucking whatever he first comes in contact with, right? Because for humans, it takes a really long time for us to raise our progeny. We have to we can't just do this in a vacuum, right? So that's why we are K-selected rather than R-selected. And therefore, it would not make sense for caveman to be R-selected over K-selected. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I might disagree with that. Because
why?
Really, well, they're not sticking around to raise that child.
Doesn't matter.
They are if they want to.
I mean, we're talking about people that didn't even understand that caused birth.
So you're saying that you're saying that the evolutionary proclivity of natural man is to not take care of his own progeny.
Correct. It's to have as many babies as possible.
Where's the evidence for that?
Genghis Khan.
There's two theories.
Genghis Khan.
Oh, you're fucking joking. You're fucking kidding. You're making a joke with me, right?
Every man in this room with me right now has Genghis Khan's DNA in him.
You're having a little joke.
100%.
You're having a little joke with me.
No, I'm not.
Genghis Khan is the ideal.
He adjusted the carbon footprint of the Earth because he killed so many people that didn't make fires.
Who cares? You're telling me that Genghis... No, don't...
Like 10,000 kids.
Hang on, don't laugh at me.
Oh, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you.
You're telling me that Genghis Khan is the average proclivity of the general man?
I would say in Genghis Khan's era, yes. I think people had families. I think men raised kids. I think they definitely were with other women. I don't think monogamy was a
Genghis
thing.
Khan, who was a conqueror of continents.
Yes.
That was supposed to be the average man's paradigm.
I think we have a very dark, sordid past, and I don't think it's written down.
Dude, I'm about to I'm no joke. There's no way you think this.
I mean, there's no evidence for this in evolutionary biology. You're saying the opposite?
No, there's no evidence for this in evolutionary psychology. It makes no sense.
Huh. Okay. I'm just guessing maybe there weren't people. I'm just guessing maybe there weren't people around to do those surveys.
There's a path
of course
where it
not.
would
But
make
you know what I
sense
mean.
for
What are you talking about?
less valuable
Come
men.
on, dude. You're fucking
Dude,
crazy.
this is like people starve to death. You guys think let's go. We're going back a million years.
I know, but
Okay.
I think that you fundamentally are getting fucking confused as to what the fuck that happened here. Okay, look, I gotta go to bed. I'm tired as fuck. It's 3:00 in the fucking morning. That's why I said I had to go to bed at a certain point. However, what I have to say about this thing is that I are you serious that you don't get the this thing with Genghis Khan?
Yeah, I may be under a huge misunderstanding here, and if I go Google this shit and I'm totally wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I thought this was like a common sense thing that before written history, when it was just Ooga Booga and we were in caves, we would just go drag a woman and go, "You're mine tonight." And if no one was there to stop us, she was. That happened, right?
Not really. So
not really.
I don't know anything
about generally the father.
Yeah, dude.
10,000 years ago, my homie. Oh my god.
Yeah, there was no paternity test. You're raising everybody's kids. You don't know who the dad is.
No, but oh my god, but no, that's not even what Genghis Khan was doing. The Khanate.
Well, Genghis Khan had concubines. He had hundreds of concubines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which he expected to have be the mothers of his own children, right?
Correct. So
you can't say that like they were just fucking everybody and anybody every night, right? Right.
I think they could if they would.
It's kind of screws your perspective.
All right, let's go with some super chats. We got super chats before we get going.
Okay, let's get some super chats.
Yeah.
I gotta go after this because I'm pissed as fuck.
Rob gave a $5 super chat. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Said, ask Aydin if Europe has fallen or if the farmers can save it.
I think the farmers can save it.
JC's been a member for 12 months. Thanks, brother. He says, what does Aydin think about Liechtenstein?
It's very based.
Beautiful country. I've been there.
It's beautiful. It's very based and it's beautiful. Yeah.
We need 10,000 Liechtenstein.
I can't believe that we disagreed on this so much. Jesus Christ.
I just sat here, by the way. I just want everyone to realize.
I know. I can't believe that we just had like
for the last
complete
fucking
disagreement.
That's a good argument.
Yeah.
We got some good arguments.
It's fine. No, I'm happy that we
Definitely
disagreed.
derailed.
We've learned a lot. No, we've learned a lot, haven't we?
I do appreciate it. Unfortunately, some people like get all mad when you have an argument, but yeah, I think that's a good argument.
I just wanted to move.
We disagreed,
on
but I like the argument.
Player, thanks for the $10 super chat. He said, "Meet Merp." Let's see.
I'm gonna be googling my ass off tonight because there's, you've challenged my perspective on this, so I'm gonna go look it up.
Well, I mean, like, all I'll say about it to you is that I understand exactly where you're coming from because I, at some point, like when I was a teenager, felt that way. I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm saying that I felt that way when I was much younger and didn't know as much as I do now.
Okay.
And it's not a bad thing.
Oh, fair enough. I'm here to learn, Aydin. Seriously. And if you got a doctorate in this shit, I'm gonna take your
I have
your word for it, right?
In unfucking relevant shit. My doctorate is, you know what my doctorate's in? It's in game theory. What the fuck?
Game
Who
theory's cool.
cares?
I like to play.
Yeah, we should have talked about that.
I'm a
I
big
didn't
fan.
know Matt had.
No
No one gives a shit about game theory.
I have a measly criminology bachelor's degree, so you got to understand when I'm coming from the perspective of some of the evolutionary biology stuff. I kind of have a darker perspective of the human psyche. You know what I mean?
It's fine. No,
I'm kinda-
Would you say
coming from a
almost,
pure academic perspective, then it's different. Then we
would
can
you
we
say-
can talk on a little bit different
Would
level.
you say that you
Yeah.
almost have a perspective that there's evil in the world?
No, no, there's not a lot of evil.
I got him. Dreadnought. Thanks for the
There
$10.
are a lot of criminals.
Dreadnought.
There's a lot of
Got it.
criminals.
Got him. Dreadnought. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Watching Aiden for the
Got
last
it.
8 years has been watching a continuing trauma conga line as Aiden has continually disillusioned further about the state of academia, slowly losing her mind. Is that true?
You know, yeah. Oh, you want to know how my disillusion and my insanity keeps going? It never stops, because it just keeps going. All I want is for academia to not be shit, but it's shit, and
But
I
it's
can't.
coming back
become
around.
shit?
It'll come back
Bros.
around.
No, bros, I can't deal with it. It's just shit. And all I ever
Meritocracy
want
will
it to
return.
be is okay. Is just a little bit okay. It's all I want it to be, and I've all I've ever tried to do is just make it okay. It'll never be okay.
Yeah, last time you came on, what were we talking about last time she was here with the
Well, it's probably a
reports of
similar thing.
Oregon?
What's changed? What's changed? They keep doing it. The fucking president of Harvard is a fucking serial plagiarist. Like, what the fuck? I'm so fucked. And you know, that's why I said I wanted to talk about it, because
Can you touch on that real quick, by the way, about what she said about anti-Semitism and
Yeah.
free speech?
okay,
Because I
can
think
talk
that got
about it.
lost on a lot of people. They were like, why couldn't she
Um,
just denounce it? I'm like, because technically the way they're asking her, it's a free speech question. Yeah, you can say that.
She did say that it was
wasn't lying.
fine to. No, she said it was fine to say that it was cool to call for the end of the West Bank, because it was free speech, and I agree with that. To be fair, however, I hate Claudine. I hate Claudine so much. There's nothing to do with her statements about.
really-
It's nothing to do with her statements about Palestine.
Are so
just-
invested. in-
Claudine Gay is such a piece of shit that she makes me want to fucking slaughter her and
Oh my
fucking
God.
garrote her.
No
I'm
calls to
I'm
action.
even
There was not a call to action.
in Minecraft to garrote her in fucking Minecraft for the nightmare she has put through the academe, the fucking college she's done it through. I'm so fucking pissed off by what the fuck she did in my fucking field, and she fucking did it just right there in the fucking public, and I had no fucking idea that this fucking cunt just went there and did this fucking goddamn shit and fucking abused my entire goddamn fucking field and just shit all over it and took a giant fucking cunt shit over everything I care about. And then what makes it worse is that cunt Claudine Gay then went and took some actual decent black scholars and had them kicked out of Harvard. You can get fucked, Claudine Gay. I'll fucking fight you to the day I fucking die. I will fucking fight you in the afterlife, you nasty ass bitch. I hope we do. I hope we do fight in the afterlife, because I can't
Okay.
wait to fucking fight you, you nasty ass fucking cunt.
Definitely.
For what
definitely
you
getting a
did,
strike.
for what you fucking did, and for what the fuck you did, you nasty ass cunt.
Let me-
Hold on.
Aiden, let me jump in here real quick. Let me book in this for you. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
sure.
where this is all going to come together.
Yeah,
If and
my bad, man.
God forbid, right? God forbid. Let's say tonight I'm driving home and I just wrap my Jeep around a tree and I instantly die.
Yeah.
I will
do
find
that.
Claudine Gay in Valhalla. I will find her. I will
I
I will
you-
unsheath my
what-
sword of destiny and I will decapitate her
Oh,
in Valhalla. In Valhalla,
She needs to.
in the
For what
afterlife.
she did to Dr. Roland Fryer and Dr. Carol Swain. She
Very
did to two other black scholars. What she did to Dr. Roland Fryer and Dr. Carol Swain should never be forgot. In the annals of history, should never be forgot. That fucking filthy bitch fucked Dr. Carol Swain and fucked Dr. Roland Fryer, and I'll never forget it, and I'll never fucking forget it ever. I'll never forget that shit. I can't forget that forever. I'll remember it the rest of my fucking life. Carol Swain and Roland Fryer, I got you on my fucking list, Claudine, you cunt. I remember what you did to them, you bitch.
Okay, Level Zero, thanks for the $5 super chat. I'm blackpilled on Academia too. Dreadnought said $5.
Oh shoot, we're
Well,
on stream. I gotta go. I got a little bit excited.
I think, Dreadnought gave a $5 super chat. Said that rant was worth $5.
I got a little bit excited about how angry I was.
We're
about,
definitely getting a strike on
Claudine Gay.
YouTube tonight, dude. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you, though.
it's all right. Let me just tell you that Claudine Gay is a piece of shit, and I hate her, and I'm going to sleep. Bye bye.
Before you go, can you tell people where they can listen to you, support you, all those?
Yeah,
good
you
things?
can. Oh, I'm sorry, I got so fucking distracted.
That's okay.
Yeah, you can go and listen to me on Aydin Paladin, AYDIN PLADN. Who cares? I'm so angry about Carol Swain that I can't even think about how to fucking.
I've never had
make
anybody
this
go
make
on a
sense.
rant about somebody like that on the show. You must really hate this person. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't hate her. No, I do. She's the president of Harvard, and I hate her so much that she makes me super upset.
Right.
I'm very angry about it. I have to go to bed.
Okay.
All right.
night,
I'm now drunk and I'm going to sleep. And bye bye. Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, thanks for having me
Good
on.
night.
Good night.
Yeah, of course. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for coming.
That was an episode.
I mean,
So, guys, we're getting strikes tonight on.
we're streaming to all 7 services.
Well, tomorrow or on Thursday, we may only be streaming to 3. What's night?
It may be considerably smaller stream.
Put that one behind a member wall.
Yeah, we might just have to pull that from YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if the "see you next Tuesday" word really. I've heard that you can get strikes for it. I don't know, but we've never had a strike on YouTube, so that was wild.
Hell hath no fury.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
That was absolutely. She told us that she was partying tonight.
Yep.
We knew that already. It is 3:00 in the morning where she lives, and she really hates Claudine Gay.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
She is fully justified.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
The president of like one of the
Absolutely.
most fucking
I believe
ridiculous.
it's former president now. She has, I think she's stepped down and gotten demoted to basically a position that does nothing. And I think she makes like $900,000 a year doing that.
Nice.
But listen, rest assured, guys, that I'm sure that's the only affirmative hire that does stuff like that. I mean, really.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. That was wild, dude. That was a wild ending to the show. I don't even want to. There's nothing else I could say that's going to top that rant, dude. Nothing at all. Nothing either of you are going to say is going to top.
List of words I can't say on stream.
The show yet? Like it?
Yeah, like it, share it, man. Hey, can you guys hook us up? Listen, we are streaming to 7 platforms tonight to try and get more people into the live chat to hang out with you guys. Like I said, we're on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and Kick. So whatever platform you're watching on, please share, like, subscribe, hang out with us. We need more subscribers to bump up our algorithm and keep the show growing. It has been growing a lot over the last month, so we appreciate that. We got 11,000 views on the Oren McIntyre episode from last week on just Rumble alone. So we're doing the thing. And I
we
enjoy
love
it.
Rumble now.
And, yeah, we love Rumble now, of course. And we're going to continue to stream to Rumble. If nothing else, we'll be on Rumble next week because we may not be on YouTube anymore. But I will say I appreciate you guys always hanging out with us. I am going to run a contest tomorrow. We have no guests for Thursday, and I have not pulled a guest for Thursday. So this is what we're going to do. And I'll put this out on Twitter as well. I'm going to put out a post tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Central Time on Twitter.
Ooh.
A Twitter post.
I like it.
Every single person that retweets that post will have an opportunity to be randomly selected to come on the show on Thursday. Will be the guest.
Nice.
So that's what we're doing. Watch around 3:30 p.m. Central Time from Joshua at Large on Twitter. Every single person who retweets that post in 24 hours will have an opportunity to be entered into a drawing to come on the show Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So if you're interested in being on the show, good way to get on. Ryan, you got anything before we go?
We are.
You can't top what Aydin said.
Yeah.
No,
I already said like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BulldogGamer28. We had some moments tonight. Clip it. Whatever your favorite moment was, clip it. Share it with us on Twitter. We wanna spread that around. We had some good times.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, if you guys want to make clips of the show. Spread it around. Just try and give us credit so that people can find the show if you're making clips. We're always down for clips. And if there's a timestamp that you think would make good shorts, because Ryan keeps telling me he'll go and find timestamps for shorts and then never fucking does.
I don't tell you that I'm doing it.
How many times has he told us, "Oh yeah, I'll be looking and I'll find them," and then he never does. Yeah.
I don't.
And then
think
today,
I've ever
and then all of a
once
sudden
said it.
today's all. If I'm being honest with myself, I'm never actually going to do that. Like, cool, thanks, dude. I appreciate
I've
it.
said I should do that, but
He's like, he's so busy
don't.
with a job and one kid, dude. It's not like I have 7. Fuck, dude. I'm running for president. I got 7 kids, and I produced this show for us. You can't look for timestamps on the show. Nope. Okay. AJ, you got anything before we go?
Oh my God! Follow me on X poison_tip. I'm gonna guess I have a lot of angry Christians, maybe.
Yeah, you pissed off all the
sending me
Christians in
some
the chat
fucking
today,
posts
dude.
tonight, but go ahead. Like I said, I will stop saying the SW word. I will just say your Christian God or Yahweh. Can I say Yahweh?
Yeah, that's
I'll say Yahweh.
the name of God.
There we go.
Yeah. In some
Proper
books.
terminology.
Not in all books.
Yes. First of all, and again, I did not mean to insult anybody. That was not my intention. It is a tongue-in-cheek thing I say to go, it's a freaking Skyweather, or whatever. But I don't intend to offend you by saying that. I intend to kind of poke fun and if you can't make fun of it, that's not a good thing, guys. I'm a free speech absolutist. I realize it's offensive, and you guys have told me that, so I'm not going to say that anymore.
It's not like I think that you should be put in jail or anything.
No. I understand
I
that.
just think it was
but
kind of an asshole
I'm not
thing
going to
do.
say that. If you think it's that rude and it's offending you, I'm not going to say it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
I don't have to say it.
You know,
Correct.
It'd be the same to you if people were, being offensive about your children or something.
Correct.
That's really how
And
it
if
is.
if Yahweh wants to walk through that sliding door this Thursday, and say, "You motherfucker, you don't think I'm real?" I'll be like, "Okay, you're real. I got it.
Yeah.
We're good."
Yeah.
That'll make a believer out of me.
I see the beauties. I see the beauties of the world as
Yes.
God's creation, and so to me, He already shows Himself to me all the time. And it's not seeing ghosts or any of that shit. I mean, I see the beauty and I see the intricacy of life, and it's hard for me to say, yeah, no one created. So
Right.
So to me, that's part of why I'm so faithful is because my brain can't comprehend all of the intricate kinds of planet, sky, and everything without thinking. That's what faith is. But we don't need to get in this conversation.
Yeah.
Man. We had it already, Ryan. It's over.
Yeah, we're good.
Let me finish with my moment of zen.
Thanks, Ryan.
dog. God, he's always got to do it. All right, every fucking time, Ryan.
Here and wait
He waited.
to finish.
He waited till you were done.
Go to say
Go
something.
ahead.
And you're
Go
like,
ahead, Ryan.
I'm not done.
Go ahead,
and
Ryan.
then
Go ahead, Ryan. But just know we're not ending the show on your note. So go ahead,
Fine
please.
with me, but
Go ahead.
I was going to agree with your sentiment. I'm a
Okay.
programmer. I create things. I build things. That gets very intricate.
All
And
ones and zeros,
with-
dude. It's not that intricate.
Oh,
Without-
careful. It's all ones and
How
zeros, guys.
intricate that gets. Nobody fully understands just
Your-
the scope of
Your
programming.
server wizard.
Correct.
And with
Next Thursday, you can explain to me why it's not all ones and zeros, and we're not in the simulation.
on the Earth and just the universe in general, it's hard to see that as an accident. As somebody who builds out intricate systems,
Yes.
because there's just too much.
First of all, I never said it wasn't intricate. I never said nobody created it. I just don't think it's the God that's written down in the Bible. Oh, I think someone created us. The engineers. we can talk about next week.
We'll talk about that on another show, and then we'll make fun of you then. Okay. I love you guys to death. Listen, that show was wild. Aiden's great, by the way. I don't know how you guys feel about that episode. I think it got really heated between AJ and Aiden, which kind of just set the tone for the whole episode.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
sorry.
a little bizarre. I'm not gonna lie. It was weird. I never see this out of AJ. AJ's usually like the most. You're usually the
It's
most.
the pre-workout. It's the pre-workout.
You're.
You're playing the pre-workout.
5,000 babies.
It's the pre-workout.
No, listen, dude. I think that we're so used to you just being like the lighthearted, chill back drinking guy on the show that
Yeah.
it was weird for us to see kind of get at.
Hey, man. R.I.P., but bring Christopher Hitchens over here. Like, I'm a moron. Go listen to that guy talk about atheism.
I'm really scared to have Top Lobster on with
No.
because he's like let me at him, dude. Let me at him.
No. I think we'd be really cool at in-studio guests. It's just an X thing. We're pumping numbers, baby. Come on.
Yeah. We're trying to make that monetization grow, motherfucker. I love you guys to death. I'll see you on Thursday with whatever guest wins our little contest at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. Shit. This is going to go out to the podcast link tomorrow at like 12. So everyone who listens to this between 12 and 3:30, be watching for that post. From 3:30 to 3:30 on Thursday, you will have the opportunity to be randomly selected. If you find the post that I post at or around 3:30 p.m. tomorrow on Twitter and retweet it. Okay? If you're brave enough to retweet it.
I'm going to retweet it.
If you're you're going to.
I want to be on the show.
If you're brave enough to retweet this post tomorrow at 3:30 p.m., I will give you the opportunity to come on the show if you're randomly selected of all the people who retweet it. Anyways, love you guys to death. We'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I know it was a little weird. Oh, look, I messed up. I started playing the wrong intro.
Oh, shit.
I love you guys to death. I know it was a crazy ending to the show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did in the studio. It was fucking wild. We were
I
laughing.
think
at
the
it.
ending
wild.
was the only thing that wasn't crazy.
I'll see you Thursday. Until then, don't forget to break the cycle.
Due to legal reasons, I just have to explain. The lyrics of my last song may seem to contain a violent call to action in the verse and refrain, but I just meant it in Minecraft. The helicopter part was in reference to GTA 5 and the things you do. So any violence you commit, I am not an excuse, because I just meant it in Minecraft. Well, Chipper is my friend and he's constantly cold. Accusations of incitement getting totally old. Make your own choices, yeah, you have control, because I just meant it in Minecraft. Obviously I would never advocate force, unless there's due process and a trial, of course. And if you're convicted, we will make you a corpse in Minecraft, just in Minecraft. Nothing I mean, you know it. No product in us gets it close to COVID.